Alright, today we're going to learn about how to convert an equation into slope-intercept form. Remember that slope-intercept form is the form y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope of a line, b is the line's y-intercept. In our first problem, we have 3x plus y equals 5. So if I'm going to convert this to slope-intercept form, I'm going to begin by writing y equals mx plus b at the top of my paper. In slope-intercept form, I see that y is alone. So I can start off by getting y alone by subtracting 3x on both sides. That's going to leave me with positive y equals 5 minus 3x. 5 minus 3x is just 5 minus 3x because those are not like terms. Y is alone, but it's not slope-intercept form because I need to flip-flop the negative 3x and the 5. Minus 3x is the same as negative 3x, and positive 5 is the same as plus 5. So the equation in slope-intercept form is y equals negative 3x plus 5. My slope is negative 3 and my y-intercept is 5. Let's do another problem. This time we have negative 6x plus 8y equals 24. Start off by writing your slope-intercept form at the top. Y equals mx plus b. To get y alone here, I need to start off by adding 6x to both sides. Negative 6x plus 6x is 0. That leaves me with 8y equals 24 plus 6x. Notice those are not like terms and cannot be combined. Y is still not alone here. 8y means 8 times y. So I need to divide by 8 on both sides to get y alone. 24 divided by 8 is 3, and positive 6 divided by 8 is the same as 6/8, or it simplifies to the fraction 3/4. So that's 3/4 x. In this problem, this isn't slope-intercept form because I don't have it in mx plus b. So I need to do the flip-flop. So I'm going to circle that plus 3/4 x. Plus 3/4 x is the same as positive 3/4 x. This 3 is positive, so that's the same as plus 3. So the answer is y equals 3/4 x plus 3. Here my slope is 3/4 and my y-intercept is positive 3. Let's move on. This time we have 7x minus 2y plus 14 equals 0. We also want this one to be in slope-intercept form. Notice y equals form. To get y alone, I need to move the 7x over to the other side of the equation and the 14 to the other side. Let's start by getting rid of the 7x. I can begin by subtracting 7x on both sides. 7x minus 7x is 0. This leaves me with negative 2y plus 14 equals. Now 0 minus 7x is going to be negative 7x. This is a special case of combining like terms. Y is still not alone, so instead of adding 14, I can subtract 14 to isolate y. That's going to leave me with negative 2y equals, and negative 7x minus 14 is just negative 7x minus 14. These are not like terms and therefore cannot be combined. I'm constantly looking back at y equals mx plus b, and I see that this is still not in y equals form. To get y alone, I need to divide negative 2y by negative 2. If I do it on one side of the equation, I must also do it on the other. Here I'd be left with 1y, or just y. Negative 7x divided by negative 2. Well, first, a negative divided by a negative is a positive, and we can leave this as the fraction 7/2 x. If I cover up the negative 7x, it looks like a negative 14. Negative 14 divided by negative 2 is positive, so I'm going to put a plus, positive 7. If I look at what I've got compared with where I'm going, looks like this is in slope-intercept form. So my answer is y equals 7/2 x plus 7. The slope is 7/2. The y-intercept is 7. Let's go again. Last example. Here we have the equation negative 6x equals 2y minus 3. As a reminder, I'm going to write slope-intercept form up here at the top of my paper. Trying to get y alone. Well, the first thing that I notice here is that over here with the y is the 3. So I'm going to get rid of that 3. I'm going to add 3 to both sides of the equation. Now on this side, the 3's would cancel out because if you think of this as negative 3 plus 3, it makes a 0, which is why I can mark it out. This side would be negative 6x plus 3. These are not like terms and cannot be combined. Bring the equals and the 2y down. Now I'm still looking back at the form y equals mx plus b, and I know that y needs to be alone, and that's not the case here. That says 2y or 2 times y. So to get y alone, I need to divide by 2, and I would need to do this on both sides. 2y divided by 2 is 1y, or just y. I'm going to divide each one of these terms by 2 now. Negative 6x divided by 2 is negative 3x. If I cover that up, that looks like a positive 3 over 2 or divided by 2. So we can just leave that as plus 3/2. Y is alone here, but in this case we're used to it looking like y equals mx plus b. So let's just flip-flop the whole thing. This is the same as saying y equals negative 3x plus 3/2. Now I'm going to look and see if this looks like y equals mx plus b. Y equals mx plus b. Yep, it does. So this is the answer. The answer is y equals negative 3x plus 3/2. The slope is negative 3. The y-intercept is 3/2. It's important to note that if I were to attempt to graph this equation, negative 6x equals 2y minus 3 on a coordinate grid, and then graph this same equation, y equals negative 3x plus 3 over 2 on a coordinate grid, they're going to be the same line. These are just two different ways to express the equation for the line.